Okay, I think it's actually working now. Sweet. Okay, let's get a little bit of music going.
What started as a spark
All
has
right.
become a wildfire, but no storm could drown this flame.
Apologize for the delay and for that little technical hiccup on the last one for anybody that came on a little bit earlier, but we are officially, I think, up and running and live. I just have to mess with a few things. I mean, again, like I said, I'm a little bit newer to using StreamYard. I always have used Streamlabs OPS, and I like Streamlabs a lot, but the issue with Streamlabs is it's just not as compatible for it's a little bit more difficult if you want to be able to bring other people on with you later on. So I'm trying to get used to just using a different platform. Appreciate that, corn dog. Good to see you, sir. The mic's good. The camera sucks, but if it makes y'all feel any better, I did order a new camera literally right before I started the stream. So should get in tonight. Starting tomorrow, I should have a better camera for everybody. Man, I just wanted to come on, hang out a little bit today. It's a beautiful day outside, so I don't know how long the stream is going to be, but promise to run one. And like we'll just run through a few of the things that going on in the market. I'll read some stuff going on the X timeline, check out the Zora stuff, but hang out with the chat, talk about life, talk about whatever. I don't care, man. Y'all give me the topic and I'll talk through it. What's going on? XRPT1 Octagram. Good to see you. I like that little pudgy that you're rocking. And Corn Dog, I always love to see you in the chat too, man. OG. So yeah, like I tried out streaming on Zora for the first time ever yesterday. It was pretty seamless. And I also realized like there's a huge opportunity where there really aren't a lot of people that are even touching it right now. And I'm bullish on the platform. Like if y'all followed me at all, you know that I mean, you can call me a permabull. In a sense, I think I probably am a permabull, right? Like if you're bullish on this space in general, if you're involved in this space, I don't get how you can't be a permabull. But there have been some periods where I've been like bearish on a lower time frame, bearish on a higher time frame. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're bullish on this industry, I think like up and to the right is the natural progression that you really see coming. God, man, this camera does suck. I can't wait until I get a new one. Makes me look, especially with the lighting that I have right now in the middle of the day, like it makes me look 10 times. I mean, I am a pretty pale guy, but it makes me look that much paler. All right, chat. Let's see what we've got going. Welcome back to those of you who left the previous time. Getting a few things set up right now. Let's see this. We're going to get just a couple things set up before we get going anymore. But yeah, I mean, today I didn't figure too many people would be on here. Figure like be a good opportunity to kind of explore what all. Oh, yo, I do need to start. That's a good idea, Octagram. I'll start incorporating my Twitch on there too, because I forgot, like I've got a Twitch which doesn't have a crap ton of I think it has like a couple thousand subs, but I mean it's another platform. It's like, why not go ahead and stream to it? I'm a big believer. It's like, unless you're really getting incentivized to do otherwise, I am a believer that you should reach as many audiences on as many platforms as possible. So real quick, before we get going any further, can y'all let me know, can you guys hear the music? Number one. Number two, how does it sound? Like, is it grainy? Is it clear? Number three, what is the volume like for both my mic and for the music itself? Any issues with any of the above, I can change all of them. We're just here to chill, Try to get better one day at a time. I'll pull up some screen or some stuff here in a second. Give you a screen other than just my face. Okay, I'll pull up X. Why not? Actually, what is BTC doing right now? 90K? Okay, 90K. Hey, every day under 100K is a blessing. Y'all already know my thoughts. I think we're going to run it back. Talked through all that yesterday. I don't know how much I really want to dive into too many charts right now. I'm just kind of dicking around. Let's see. Okay, we are live on Zora. It's working. But I mean, you can look through here. Hopefully this doesn't show too many, which I don't see the comments on Zora yet. Okay, there we go. I got it rolling on another screen. That's one thing that I wish that they were better at, was integrating the comments from there onto StreamYard, because it doesn't really have it on there. Takani, good to see you. Vitamin, good to see you. We got AI bra in the chat. Okay, volume is cool. Music is very low. All right, let me up the music. I'm gonna up the music a little bit. Okay. Should be a little bit louder. If it's too loud, let me know. It's a little bit loud for me, but I mean, I'll deal with it. I guess I could stream to Instagram too, man. I mean, I think it's just like cryptokaleo.eth. I haven't been on it yet. Just cryptokaleo.eth. I mean, F it. Like, I need to add all of the different outlets that I possibly can. Let's see. I don't know, man. Like, the Zora stuff is just interesting to check out. Again, I brought it up yesterday because, and again, now, okay, volume's good on music now. Good, I appreciate it. And XRPT1, appreciate all the shout outs on there, man. Okay. Now, let me go over here. So what I was showing a bit ago, like, there aren't, I want to see if it shows live viewers on this, because I just don't think, like, the other chats that are up here, like, this has one person that's on it right now, right? Like, you know, you're looking in here, I think one person in it. In here, we've got about 7 people on it. Like, but here's my thing, though. In general, I think that, like, what we've seen with the Nick Shirley coin taking off, and I mean, I'm not fully sold out on the idea that the creator coins can't have a resurgence. You know, I do think that there is a lot of opportunity with Zora in general. Just if you're bullish on where ETH is going and you're bullish on base, then, you know, you've got to look. Call me crazy. I think some of the SoFi platforms have a chance of being able to have a resurgence. And I think that, like, there are some cool things that you can do, is like with the coin itself. I never really figured out until recently, but I mean, like, every single post that a creator makes, like, if I go back to my profile, the denomination of each one of these, it's like, it's in the crypto Kaleo currency. So, like, I could spend my coins that I have, that I purchased, like, as a creator, and whatever random post it is, I can, like, use that crypto Kaleo coin to then be able to buy whatever that post it is. It's like, you know, it adds a layer to the Ponzonomics of the whole thing that makes it a little bit more interesting. So I do get it from the perspective of, like, you're not just spending Zora, you're not just spending ETH. You know, you're also then able, for anybody that is semi-active on there, to be able to have another outlet to be able to spend whatever token that is for the creator that's going to be active. Like earlier, I don't know, to be able to do that, I just, whatever Zora fees I've been getting, I've just been buying back this, as I've been getting them. It's not like a shit ton, but, I think I like put a few grand into it from the fees yesterday. Because at the end of the day, it's kind of an experiment, right? If it ends up running, it ends up running. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But as long as I'm going to be active streaming, which is a huge goal of mine. Oh, shoot. I haven't even been sharing. Okay. Yeah, here it goes. So, yeah, it's like whatever random fees I've been getting on Zora, I've just kind of been buying back this. I spent a little bit. I bought some easy. I don't know. Because I think, again, it's like if you're making punts in the platform, any creators that have a coin that's gone up and then kind of cratered down, I feel like, decent bet. This is just an experiment. So I bought this using the Crypto Kaleo coin. I bought this post. I don't know. So there's some transparency by being able to go and just seeing on a creator's profile, whatever that is. I wish that there was a little bit more text-based content. I've seen some creators that have the base app and it's easy to integrate your Zora profile onto the base app. If I go over here to the trending and I go to Deployer, who just launched, his thing is linked to his base app. So as he posts on the base app, it has a post there. It won't let me yet. So they have that apparently limited access. I linked my creator coin to my base app just to be able to experiment with it. And but it won't let me link my Zora to it, which, again, I figure if you're going to have that, why not roll it out to everybody at that, So I'm sure they'll get to that eventually. Again, you can go on here, what's trending right now. So here's an example of a post with the Nick Shirley made. I'm curious what all has Nick Shirley done on here so far. Looks like he's taking screenshots of his ex and he's putting it on there, and he's actually been semi-active with doing it. This was 1 day ago. So he's put a decent amount of posts up there since he started it. How much has Nick made? 120K off his account so far, which is pretty damn impressive so far for, being live for how long? Since December 28th. This, I think, was his most viral post. You can see the market cap, just on that post, he made about 16 grand. So the interesting thing, again, it's if you owned Nick Shirley coins, you could then use that Nick Shirley to be able to buy and sell the Quality Leering Center, or the Leering coin for this post. But again, I go back to it. It's if you're looking at the base app in general, the majority of the coins that are trending right now are coming from Zora. Starting from the Nick thing. Nick, Deployer are the top two coins up here. I think there was another one up there recently. So if you're bullish on ETH right now, which I talked about this yesterday, ETH No, I've not seen Gary Tan's thing yet. Let's see. ETH, I think we're going to continue to see this run higher. Brought up the Bitcoin dominance chart earlier, and I really do believe this. Bitcoin dominance is basically an aggregate of all of the alts and their strength versus Bitcoin. So, you're looking at this. I think it's similar setup to what we saw with the last run with what we're, you've got this break of high time frame support. You've got some chop underneath it. You got the rejection after the retest. And what's next? The red candle straight down. And truly, though, I think we're due for it. You know, we looked yesterday at a bunch of the different majors like ETH. And I'm sticking on ETH right now because it goes in line with like why I think it's important to be able to branch out and be early in streaming in places like Zora. And, you know, heck, I'm going to co-stream to the arena too, be able to co-stream to places like that, because it's like you want to be able to reach as many on-chain participants as possible. And you are really limiting yourself as a creator by not doing so. What's it? No, it's on. I want to look on the Coinbase one that I've got it. Yeah, you know, we talked about it structurally yesterday. Like, this does not look to me. Let me hide the drawing just real quick. I don't see anything here that's of concern. I think the only concern that people really have is the fact that, one, alts and crypto in general has lagged behind things like precious metals and equities, etc. But if you remember 2020, same thing happened until the beginning of 2021, whenever crypto started outpacing it. The only people that are really sitting there freaking out about the prices are, one, you know, if you're overly exposed to a bunch of alts, they're down 80, 90% for some of them. Where Bitcoin's down about 30%, ETH is down a little bit more than that. Let's just shoot. ETH may not. What is it right now? 37%. Okay. Yeah, a little bit more than that. I mean, yeah, from a lower time frame, zooming in doesn't look great. But when you zoom out, what do you see? You see another higher low. And I see something very similar to what we saw in that 2020 run up, right? Where it was, you know, I'm going to go ahead and put the drawing back up. Markup, distribution, markdown, accumulation, markup, distribution, markdown, accumulation. And same type setup here, right? Where back then you had this deviation from the COVID wick, from your higher time frame support. Once the reclaim started, went up here, chopped a little bit, started making the run to a new all-time high. I think we're in a similar spot right here. You had your deviation from the tariff wick, ended up reclaiming. And what do I think we're going to do from here? I think we're going to end up running it back to new all-time highs, 10K plus. And when you really are going to start to see the mania of retail return, and you're going to start to see things like Zora and some of these other dApps really take off, is when you start to see a clean break of these all-time highs. It's when FOMO happens. Retail becomes interested. Like, nobody was interested in silver when it was under $50, when it was still in the 40s even. People were maybe whispering about it, but it wasn't what everybody was talking about. Right now, with silver and price discovery, it's what everybody's talking about. It's the same type of thing with gold, right? Gold was boring. It was beautiful, but it was boring until it wasn't. When you're talking about Bitcoin, when you're talking about ETH, when you're talking about the majority of the crypto market, when it's been bleeding off, like retail again, unfortunately, your goal should be to stack as much Bitcoin as you can. But the reality, the truth for most people out there that are retail, that are getting involved in this space, is that you're looking for the next major opportunity and you're plugged in with alts and you're hurting worse than what it looks like when you're just looking at what's happening with Bitcoin and ETH and some of the other majors. Why? Because the alts are the higher beta play. So whenever the market is struggling and sideways and slightly down, those coins and those higher risk on plays are going to be down a little bit more. Whenever it's up, though, is whenever you get to see the true reason for what we were talking about with Bitcoin dominance earlier, where everything's just outpacing it. And I think that we do see a return to the lows. It just is a natural progression of development within the industry as a whole. And it's not that I'm bearish on Bitcoin. I am incredibly bullish on Bitcoin. Again, you should stack Bitcoin. The majority of things by themselves will most likely bleed with Bitcoin over a long enough time frame. But the aggregate is more prime than it's ever been, in my opinion, to have a run. And it's not just from a technical perspective, it's from the perspective of the fact that, like, we have the regulatory regime to be able to push forward with this, which we have not had before. Okay, what we're going to do real quick, I want you guys to go to X and help me with this. You know. Yeah. Come on. All right, go drop a comment on here if you can. I'm going to say be more bullish. You say whatever you would like to say, but just give it a comment, give it a retweet. I think the more people in here, the more fun. Like I said, I am going to be incredibly consistent this year. That is one of my resolutions with streaming in general. Fun right now, getting in the swing of it myself. But, you know, I talked about this yesterday. Want to be able to bring on a lot more creators and highlight people that are honestly, just frankly, smarter than me, know more than me about the stuff going on in this space. So we're going to do that. Because why not? You know, I'm curious. Let's go to the Zora chart. Actually, we can probably get a better one here. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Same thing. I mean, again, I think 192 mil for like the could be considered the premier SoFi extension of base is pretty cheap. You know, you're slowly seeing an influx of new creators coming in. And again, I think that's one of the reasons why that I'm bullish about Zora, because in general, for a creator, it's like a gradual airdrop. Every time that somebody trades your coin, you end up getting some fees that are paid out in Zora immediately. It's not one of those things where you have an immediate vest or anything else. And you can use that then to be able to buy back. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. Like I said, I've gone to my profile, I've gone here, and I have just bought back with whatever random fees that I'm getting. I'm just buying back the crypto Kaleo coin that's on there. And you know, I have no idea exactly what the future of the creator coins is going to be with this, right? Like, but I do think that if you're a creator and if you're somebody that's streaming and you're not exploring every audience that you can, you know, you're limiting yourself. But again, one thing that I think needs to be done for them realistically to be able to scale this, it's like, dude, they need some version of text as well. Just this speed of being able to purchase, buy, sell, whatever feels a little bit basic to me. I really think that, you know, they need to make this a bit more complex to be able to gain more traction. You know, like, I truly think that a platform like the Arena is 10 times 10 times better built out from a SoFi perspective than this is right now. You know, so it's still early, but the reason why I'm bullish on giving it a shot right now is primarily because of the fact that, again, it's one of the premier products that Base and Coinbase are pushing. You know, Base leading up to the airdrop, which I'm assuming everybody does assume that they would screw themselves over, I think, if they did not incorporate some type of airdrop to creators and to on-chain participants. And it's another easy way to be able to get active within an ecosystem prior to something like that launching off. But again, you go over here, let's see how many people are actually live right now. The live view is right now, like, it's a little bit limited, right? You know, I think a huge function of that is the fact that it is a weekend. But I just want a God candle straight up, man. I'm ready for the super cycle. Now this week too, I should have a couple cool guests that are coming on that I've been DMing. Another cool set for the week after as well. Excited to like get things rolling with bringing on other people than just myself. Music a bit too loud. I appreciate that. I will bring it down. I thought it was a bit too loud too, honestly, but everybody was like, "Oh, it's good." That's way better on my ears. Ten times better. You know you make me wanna. Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. You really wanna pop me. Just know that you will never pop me. And I know that I'll be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me. Every time I come a nigga gotta set it, then I gotta go and then I gotta get it, then I gotta flow and then I gotta shut it. Any little thing a nigga think that he be doing, cause it doesn't matter, cause I'm gonna dead it. Then I'm gonna murder everything and anything about it. Boom, bada bing. I gotta do a lot of things to make it clear to a couple niggas that I always win and then I gotta get it again and again and again. All right, chat. Joshy, I did the buyback, man. Joni, yes, we are back. Good to see somebody from YouTube in the comments again. Like I'm shocked anytime I see somebody on there. It's been a while since I've done any live streams on YouTube, but hold up. But if I'm Base in general, what I do is this. I'm reading all the chats, G-Main. I like with StreamYards, you get like a continuous flow of all the chats that are coming in. So I'm reading everything that's coming up. So I'm interacting with all y'all. The only one, again, a little bit more difficult. You know, I see Vitamin and Theo on the Zora side of things. And again, like as far as any plans with the crypto Kaleo coin on Zora, honestly, man, I'm co-streaming on here. I will continue to co-stream, and you know, if you think there's upside with creators, so do it. But like, I'm not going to be the one that sits there and says this is a guaranteed home run for whatever. I don't know what Zora is going to do. I put money toward buybacks. You know, I am positioning myself for the platform itself to be bullish on a longer time frame, but at the same time, I think with anything in this industry, we've seen there's no guarantees for anything. So, you know, I do think relatively, like I'll show again what you got. Nick Shirley here, right? Like he had that run up the other day. He chopped sideways for a long time. You can go to Base to see what all the top trending coins are. So you can go over here to Nick Shirley, click on it. You know, 7.6 mil. I think relatively cheap. And right now he is the top creator coin on there. So the question you have whenever you buy one of these, again, are two things. It's like, one, what is the likelihood of them continuing to be active on that platform in some capacity? Two, what is the likelihood of that creator to be active in general, right? Like, so two, with the way that the whole Somali fraud scandal, whatever, has come out, I wouldn't be shocked if Nick does have one more leg up. I think that if I were base, I would try to push for it. Another new coin that launched today, Deployer, I think that he swapped 15K into his coin. So the question with something like this is, how sustainable, again, is it? Past that, will the person continue to create the content? What value do you see in their posts going forward? You can utilize their token for buybacks of whatever posts that they have, right? The Ponzonomics of it are interesting, but I do think it'll be interesting to add some more layers to it. I mean, hell, the fact that this right now, again, 200K for this, I don't know, man. Again, say whatever you want to say. It's a shit coin. I'm not going to sit there and tweet about it, but, it's interesting to see the shit that goes on. There's nobody else that's streaming on this app. So, just depends on, I think, with any creator's account, I'll go to Easy Eats Bodega, right? Easy is a streamer on X. He launched his account, started at 160K. It's bled down to there, but he hasn't been active again on here. So the question that you have then is it really goes back to, I think, the success of Zora in general. How many accounts do you get as runners? Because if you're bullish on Zora and you're bullish on the ecosystem within Zora, then a lot of these tokens, I think, right now are incredibly cheap. And I think that it's a rising tide that lifts all ships. So a couple 100K for this, I think, is, it's all relative to what you believe the Zora ecosystem as a whole does. What you believe, how active the creator is going to be. Am I going to continue to stream? I believe I'm going to, but I mean, outside of that, I don't really see what else. It's you can go to Gainsey stream and see what happened with. So whenever Pump Fun was trending, Gainsey stream, which literally was just a stream coin, just chilled in this range for literally, you're looking from April here, beginning of 2025. It streamed in that 400 or 500K range for literally well over month plus leading into it. May, we saw some bullishness within alts. Gainsey stream got some traction up here into the millions. That whole shit show happened later on over here with his misclick. And then, Pump Fun is also bled off though. So it's one of those things. It's, who knows, man. What it really comes back to, though, again, is this. It's as soon as Bitcoin makes a leg up, I think that you see the risk on trade everywhere. So about positioning yourself within ecosystems within plays that you think have that upside, right? Anything right now is a risk. But I really do think that we are on the verge of, it's a super cycle. I think we're going to get an extended run with Bitcoin to hundreds of thousands of dollars. The McAfee tweet from years ago is still relevant. If Bitcoin hits 100K, you can damn sure bet that it's eventually going to hit $1 million. I truly believe that there will be a day where Bitcoin is over $1 million. You know, there were a lot of people that said Bitcoin over 100K was crazy for years and years and years until it happened. Everything is crazy until it isn't. Yeah, G-Man, I agree. Like, I do think that it would be better if some of these platforms just need to do a better job at communicating in general. Dude, like I think one of the weaknesses, since we're like kind of on the topic of Zora right now, if you go over to the Zora team, bro, I would like retweet the shit out of somebody that's sitting there talking about my platform on a live stream with this many followers. It's like the last thing that they did, they talked about the Quality Leering Center and the Nick Shirley coin, but they're averaging like maybe one post a day, if even that. It's just, I think they've got to hire another intern because they're not doing a good job of being able to engage an outside community, be able to bring them in. You know, same with like Jesse and Base in general, you know, even with Brian, like, they've reached out to some people, but I think they really could do a better job of engaging the dApps that they claim that they're using out there. And engaging with users to bring them onto those dApps.
And they need some really big rings. They need some really nice things. Better be coming with no strings. Better be coming with no strings.
Yes, sir, Tabodi. The art is in the chart. Still bullish on NFTs. I'm still bullish that stonks make the comeback. I'm still bullish that everything make the comeback, man. I think NFTs right now are free. You know, I talked about ETH a little bit ago. Hey, since we've been on this stream, though, Bitcoin's been making a little move. Bro, I just want to see Bitcoin at $1 million. Hell, run the crypto Kaleo coin to 100 million. Nah, but really, man, I just want to see Bitcoin at $1 million, ETH at like 25, 30K. That'd be fine for me. Now, but one of the things we talked about yesterday is just how cheap it is to do shit on chain right now. Like, ETH is the cheapest it's ever been, both as a function of lower activity on chain, but also as a function of network upgrades, as a function of the L2s being more seamlessly integrated. You know, there are a lot of things that really have helped it scale to where I think that you have the opportunity to be able to run back another on-chain season. Just takes the activity, a little bit of a spark in the underlying price, and the people that are out there building and willing to put their money where their mouth is. The next on-chain renaissance, I do think, happens this year, though. Ideally, I would love, we haven't seen a real L1 eco run in general. You know, we've seen the meme run, but we really haven't seen L1s just run the same way that they did last cycle. Sol only went to basically its old all-time highs. It never really did too much else outside of that. So I still believe that we're going to see a major alt run. You know, majority of the charts right now, in my opinion, are prime for it. Higher lows across the board that have built in a range. Longer the range, stronger the base, stronger the move on the way out of it. No, dude, one of the things too, it's like, shit, one of the reasons why I'm not going to get on there, especially at these levels, and sit there and talk about the creator coin on X is just because it's like, dude, there's a healthy level of distribution that I think happens with a more gradual price progression. There are people at certain levels that it's like, dude, they just, they're utilizing whatever the next post is for the next dump rather than looking at things on a higher time frame scale. And it's like, consistency creates value. Consistency and then attention within a meta. So it's like, you need to see somebody like Nick Shirley that just sits there. They need another runner to like, they need this to run to like 30, 40, 50 mil. And I think at that point, you will get a new influx of users that come and start to create within a platform. But you need that type of motion to really be able to get it going. Dude, I'm so bullish right now, though it hurts. "2026 is going to be a good year. I believe it." All right, let's scroll through X. What all shit's going on here? First, another thing I haven't said yet, which, prayers to everybody in Venezuela. I do have some Venezuelan friends, and, mixed feelings across the board about what's happening with Maduro. Like, he has been an oppressive dictator that has run the country into the ground. But I also look at things like, for instance, what happened with Saddam Hussein back in whenever he was taken out during the Iraq War, and how it wasn't a perfect progression of power within that country, and there was a lot of strife left over after it. So my prayers for Venezuela. There's a lot. It goes a lot deeper than just Maduro. So it is just a prayer for a quick and effective transition of power to just really give the people of that country freedom again from the oppression that they've been facing for the previous decades. It's a beautiful place, beautiful people, and hate seeing any type of conflict, but hopefully that conflict leads toward lasting change. Yep, flightless birds will fly in 2026. Bullish on Pingu. Again, I'm reaching out. Supposed to have a Pudgy Penguin interview this next week. Ideally, I think I'll have it with some of the Pingu Asia team. Might bring on some other guests as well outside of that, trying to figure out with them whether we'd rather keep it just Pingu Asia or do a broader Pingu base stream. Curious to see what the market does on the open, though. I don't know. Most chaos, something like that. Just stack, man. Just keep stacking. Again, bros, think there's a lot of opportunity right now to be able to punt on a lot of the names, a lot of the narratives that are out there that are a little bit quieter right now. I'm going to keep streaming, do the co-stream with stuff on Zora like this. So, I'm going to reach as many platforms, as many participants that I possibly can anytime that I get out here. Just I want to have, you know, the more voices, the more people that you reach, and the more platforms that you diversify across, I think the stronger your audience base as a whole. We're going so much higher, ladies and gentlemen, across the board.
Reach it out.
2026 is the year that year of opportunity. Year that you'll have the opportunity to make it. Call me crazy, Octagram. I definitely think that Pingu does have the opportunity to hit that dollar mark in a bull market where Bitcoin is running to hundreds of thousands of dollars, because really, like, that only hits the Doge all-time high market cap from last cycle. I think Pingu proliferation is a real thing. I wouldn't fade Luca. Again, I'm getting a new camera coming up soon, so video quality should be a little bit better. Gents, it is a beautiful day outside, and I'll be back tomorrow. Be streaming a lot more. It's far from the last stream that I'm going to do. Be more bullish. We're going so much higher. Till next time. I'll see y'all later.